Let me first begin by welcoming senior advocate Mr. Mahesh Jethmalani, who today appeared for the complainant, Mr. Purnesh Modi, in the Supreme Court. Mr. Jethmalani, thank you so much for joining us. Now, looking at the judgment now, would you call this a huge setback, in fact, to the winning streak, with the complainant winning this so far in all the lower courts?
No, I have. You mean Purnesh Modi has, yeah. The defamation case, which has been, I had nothing to do with the lower court proceedings. I came for the first time to the Supreme Court, but yeah, I mean, it's not a big setback because the court has basically kept all issues open, and the matter has been expedited. It's before the Sessions Court, so I think it's a very good case for conviction on the question of sentence. Lawyers for the complainant will have to bring better grounds to get a 2-year sentence. But it's certainly a case for conviction and a jail sentence.
Okay, so technically this does mean an automatic reinstatement of Rahul Gandhi in the Lok Sabha, as the notification by the House Secretariat ceases to be in effect after this conviction has been stayed, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's no application of mine now. He was disqualified because of a conviction of 2 years. Once that is stayed, right, his disqualification ceases and he gets his MP status back. It's as simple as that. So, I don't think anybody should have any two doubts about it and, start delaying matters, etc. It doesn't look good. So, if the law entails that he should get it, he should certainly get back to Parliament, now that his conviction has been stayed. Mind you, the conviction in law doesn't mean that he's not a convict, but it does mean that the consequences of his conviction are postponed to a future date when the appeal court decides whether his appeal is to be dismissed and his sentence is to be upheld.
Because why I asked you this, Mr. Jethmalani, is also because the Election Commission of India had not yet notified the by-election for the Wayanad seat that was vacated due to Rahul Gandhi's conviction. So, had it not been an auto reinstatement, he would have to contest for that seat now.
Yeah, yes, so now he is eligible to stand for the Wayanad seat.
Absolutely. Now, you said that the entire speech of Rahul Gandhi spanned more than 50 minutes, and there is a plethora of evidence and clipping of the speech attached in the Election Commission of India's record, and that Rahul Gandhi has defamed an entire class out of malice. But that didn't seem to cut much ice with the Supreme Court.
Well, because the Supreme Court has gone on only one ground. They didn't touch the facts which pertain to conviction. Please understand that. This was not a case where anything had to be done about conviction.
Yes,
right?
yes.
We had an overwhelming case on conviction. So the question was really on staying of the sentence. Please understand, an order of conviction and order of sentence are two distinct things.
Now, when we talk about the sentence, and that's exactly was the crucial point that the Supreme Court harped upon, and that's why the stay on conviction, it did say that it wanted to know as to why this maximum sentence over a defamation case was given to Rahul Gandhi. And had that not been the case, the Representation of People's Act wouldn't have really come into play. Had it been just a day lesser as far as the sentence is concerned, should this not also be read as an insinuation that this was deliberately done to get him out of the Parliament?
No, I don't think there's any insinuation on that. I mean, I can't say that there's any insinuation in that. What they meant was that, listen, you decided 2 years. Please give us two reasons as to why you chose the period of 2 years. Right? And if there were strong enough grounds for 2 years, he would have, the conviction would not have been stayed by the Supreme Court.
Right. Now, Rahul Gandhi's counsel, of course, Mr. Manu Singhwar, had called this entire conviction something that wasn't, in fact, the entire episode that wasn't against the society. It wasn't rape or murder or kidnapping after all. So how can this become an offence involving moral turpitude? How do you respond to that, sir?
Rahul Gandhi's counsel, obviously, he is Rahul Gandhi's lawyer, right? I'm saying it from my point of view as the complainant's lawyer.
Yes.
And at least on conviction, right? At the moment that Rahul Gandhi stands convicted, his conviction has been stayed, but he's still a convict. He's a convict whose conviction has been stayed pending appeal.